stack some cash, we gon' stack some cash, we gon' pump our bags with that real DeFi money. Get some change, you can make some gains. We don't play no games, our team was born ready. Stack some cash, you gon'...
Hello, and welcome back to All About Stack Cash, where we discuss the Stack Cash protocol, a decentralized community banking DAO. Today, we'll be discussing part 6 of All About Stack Cash, the series where we take a look at the white paper for specifics on the Stack Cash ecosystem. If you missed part 5, feel free to look in the description of this video, or if you look in the corner of this video right now, you will see a link to part 5. So over the course of this video and those to come, we'll be discussing all the aspects of Stack Cash, from giving a general overview of the ecosystem to talking about its specific parts, more in depth about NTTs, the Stack token, the Cash token, the Stack launch, team rewards and payout structures, roadmaps, FAQs, social media, and a lot more. In part 5, we discussed the Stack Cash native utility token, the Cash token, and the functions of it. We discussed Cache, which is a single asset cash staking pool. Then we discussed Cashbox, the bonding smart contract within the Stack Cash ecosystem that rewards all its participants 0.5% of the deposited principal. From there, we discussed the Cashbox details, and also we talked about some Cashbox tokenomics. Then finally, from part 5, we discussed the Mega Cash, the protocol-owned market participant that rewards users and ensures that the Cashbox stays stable. Today, we'll be discussing 2 smart contracts within the Stack Cash ecosystem that works with the Cash token. First, we'll be discussing SweepSTACK and how it works. Then we'll be discussing CBC, or Cash Blue Chips, its functions, and the primary participant in it, the Super Pool. So let's start with SweepSTACK. So SweepSTACK is native to the Stack Cash protocol, and it's a voluntary daily sweepstakes that provides reward opportunities to users that participate in Cashbox by bonding cash, and also to users and teams who buy Stack. Some key details to SweepSTACK is that it's lossless, meaning in order to participate in SweepSTACK, all a user would need to do is deposit or compound in Cashbox and or buy Stack tokens. SweepSTACK is a reward for participation, and whether a user or a team wins on the day, everybody wins because they still can earn passive income through Cashbox and also get reflections from the Stack token. There's a 24-hour countdown timer which pays daily at the same time every day. There are no entrance limits, so users can participate daily and there's no max on how much they can contribute. There's 2 parts to SweepSTACK. There's an individual SweepSTACK pool as well as a team SweepSTACK pool. Participants can win by either being a max depositor or a top depositing team, as well as giving everyone a chance to win because there are miscellaneous rewards on both sides. So with SweepSTACK, there's a live SweepSTACK standings where users and teams know exactly where they stand at every moment, where they can see what others have contributed on the day and what rewards can be expected to be won that day. Another key component to SweepSTACK is that there are fair results, meaning that it uses a random number picker for all the miscellaneous winners on the individual side as well as the team side. The SweepSTACK reward pools grow independently of any other part of Stack Cash, meaning it's self-sustainable and continuously grows on its own accord. So as far as total SweepSTACK pool additions, both individual and teams, it grows daily from the following areas. 10% of all Stack Cash treasury reflections are added. Also, 5% of the committee treasury rebalances adds to SweepSTACK. There's 5% of all the Mega Cash rewards, which adds to SweepSTACK pools. And last but not least, 0.5% of all Cashbox deposits and compounds adds to the total SweepSTACK pool. So let's discuss the SweepSTACK reward pools and winners. So the SweepSTACK rewards are paid from its own accumulating reward pool, which grows independently, apart from any other pool within the Stack Cash ecosystem. So the SweepSTACK reward pools consist of 2 different parts. The individual SweepSTACK pool, which rewards users in Cashbox deposits, and then we also have the team SweepSTACK pool, which rewards all team winners directly in BNB. So from other functions in the Stack Cash protocol, the overall SweepStack reward pool consistently grows, and the total pooled rewards are split between the individual side, which receives 25% of every day's deposits, and the teams is 75% of the total SweepStack reward pool. To remain sustainable, the overall rewards from SweepStack only pays 5% of the total pool value every single day. Also, there are no taxes for participating in SweepStack. So now let's discuss the individual SweepStack pool. So when a user bonds, or in other words mints, or compounds a minimum of 10 cash into Cashbox, they're automatically entered into the daily SweepStack for a chance to be a miscellaneous cash winner. Individual users can also compete for the max depositor daily reward if they bonded the most cash that day when the countdown timer ends. Max depositor receives 50% of the rewards of that day, and there's 5 miscellaneous individual winners that each win 10% of the rewards for that day. All individual winners receives Cashbox deposits to be added to their Cashbox principal. Also, as a point of note, users' cash bond also qualifies them for the team SweepStack with no additional Cashbox deposit needed. So now let's talk about team SweepStack. So the team portion of SweepStack allows teams and team members to participate and earn daily rewards directly in BNB. The way it's calculated is the sum of the team's Cashbox deposits and stack buys during the day in dollar value will be used to determine each team's daily SweepStack position. A user within a team would need to bond and mint into Cashbox, as well as purchase stack tokens. The equal value will qualify, or the lesser amount will be honored. Once a user does that, their team, if not already triggered by a team member, will be entered into the daily SweepStack. Also, that user will qualify to win direct BNB if their team happens to win on the day. So again, SweepStack is lossless because you'll be gaining value in stack tokens as well as adding principal to your Cashbox. One thing that's significant is that team leaders have no advantage over team members as a participant, as rewards within the team are based on performance. So in essence, all team partners are on an equal playing field. If there's no participation from even the team leader, that team leader won't qualify for the rewards if the team were to win a prize on that day's SweepStack. One thing that you'll see that's common across Stack Cash is that it's best to participate and everyone has to pull their weight, even team leaders. One significant facet that makes SweepStack different from anything else is that it pays the winning teams out in BNB according to a poker tournament payout system, allowing more teams to have a chance to win, where the number of winners are determined by the number of qualifying teams. Simply put, approximately the top 10% of teams will be able to win daily rewards. So it's in each team's power to deposit as much as they like in order to qualify to win on Team SweepStack. And also, just for participating, 2 miscellaneous teams will win prizes each day. So let's talk more about the poker tournament style Team SweepStack payout structure. 90% of the daily rewards are split amongst the top 10% of the teams. The more deposited and the higher a team places on the day, the higher the payout percentage for that team. After the 24-hour countdown timer is up, the winning team's BNB is distributed to participating team partners in accordance to how much they contributed on that day. So each team member that participated in Team SweepStack will get a percentage of the team rewards. So Team SweepStack allows daily competition amongst teams with other teams, as well as with other team partners on a user's team. So simply put, the more stack bought and cash deposited into Cashbox, the more chances you have of winning direct BNB through Team SweepStack. And if you do more as far as depositing, you will reap more benefits from the rewards that your team would receive. So if you look at the chart here, as an example, if there was 100 teams that entered the Team SweepStack on the day and a user's team ended up in second place, that team will be rewarded 20% of the daily Team Stack Pool rewards. And then beyond that, each participating team member would receive their BNB based on how much they've deposited on the day as well. So now let's talk about the first mover project of the Stack Cash ecosystem, Cash Blue Chips, or CBC. So the CBC is a private reward pool created exclusively for Cashbox users. And unlike typical farms, users can only enter CBC through Cashbox withdrawals. The CBC is a collection of pools that allows users to receive blue chip tokens directly into their wallets over time. So once a user withdraws from Cashbox directly into CBC, there's a 30-day wait to begin receiving blue chip rewards on all deposits. So another detail that makes CBC great and adaptable is that new blue chip tokens or DeFi tokens can be added where DAO members can vote on the next tokens that will be added to the CBC. So in CBC, a user will have an option to withdraw in their favorite blue chip tokens pool, or they can additionally withdraw into their favorite tokens pool, making CBC adaptable for other DeFi projects and partnerships to earn through the CBC pools. After the initial 30 days of a user's deposit, a user can withdraw its principal and its rewards at any time. The longer a user holds their funds in CBC, the more APR they'll be able to earn. And after each 30 days that a user keeps their principal within CBC, they'll be able to receive 1% added to their CBC APR, starting at 35% APR up to 50% APR. So just like in other portions of Stack Cash, a user can participate in CBC on the individual basis, as well as participate on a team basis, where each team would have its own CBC pool once a team partner initiates or deposits into CBC. There's team CBC payouts, where once a month, 50% of the new CBC added into the team CBC pool is distributed based on the user's share of held CBC, meaning the more principal a user holds in CBC, the more team payouts they will get on a monthly basis. Team leaders in CBC also receive 5% of their monthly team rewards in addition to the rewards as a partner, as long as that team leader deposits into the CBC pool. And last but not least, just like Cashbox, who has the Mega Cash and works as a protocol owned market participant, CBC in each pool within the CBC has what we call a Super CBC. And this is the mega market participant that helps pay APRs and keep the CBC pool sustainable. So now let's talk more in depth about the Super CBC pools as well as Team CBC pools. So first, let's explain Team CBCs. So Team CBCs allows users that participate in the CBC pools to be rewarded with additional rewards on a monthly basis. The Team CBC pools only grows in perpetuity through team partner deposits and Super CBC monthly rewards. The Team CBC pools that pays monthly doesn't earn APRs, and it only grows through team partner buys and Super CBC rewards on that monthly basis. So the higher percentage of the Team CBC pool that a user holds, the more they will get on that monthly basis. Some other points of note about Team CBCs: as more blue chip tokens and DeFi tokens are added, each team has a new pool to accommodate, but team partners must choose to deposit to the additional blue chip or DeFi token, meaning if a new CBC pool is created, the only way a user will qualify for Team CBC rewards is to also take part in the new token CBC pool that's been created. Also, if a team member leaves a team, their CBC contributions stay with that team and no monthly rewards are given to that user. So last but not least, we'll explain what the Super CBC pools are. So similar to the Mega Cash and Cashbox, the Super CBC pools are the largest pool participants that rewards participants in the CBC protocol and grows the total value locked of blue chip tokens and DeFi tokens. It's also important to note that the Super CBCs are structurally a part of the contract and they are not dev wallets. It provides sustainability, so 55% of all new daily rewards into the Super CBC pools are used to reward CBC participant APRs. 30% are compounded each day in order to continuously grow the Super CBCs, and 15% of the new daily rewards into the Super CBC pool is paid out to team CBCs on a monthly basis based on that team's birthday. If the daily rewards from the Super CBC isn't sufficient, the regulator makes up the difference to pay the APRs of the CBC pools. For each blue chip token or DeFi token that has a Super CBC pool, it's important to note that no user or team pool can be larger than the super pool. So the Super CBC pool grows daily in 3 ways. The first is 5% of the mega cash rewards are used to grow the Super CBCs. 1.25% of all cash box compounds are used to grow Super CBCs. And lastly, 5% of all CBC deposits are used to grow the Super CBC pools, assuring that Super CBC pools are growing in size and total value locked. So the main purposes of the Super CBC pools. The first is to serve as the primary largest CBC participants that never stops growing itself. Another main purpose is that the Super CBC pools adds blue chip token value as well as DeFi token value to the Stack Cash DEX. Another is to provide automated volume for CBC. And last but not least, the Super CBC pools makes the CBC overall more self-sustainable. So this has been all about Stack Cash Part 6, where we discussed the SweepSTACK smart contracts as well as the Cash Blue Chips or CBC smart contracts. If you haven't already, feel free to look in the description for Part 5. We welcome you to like this video, and also feel free to follow Stack Cash on all of our social media platforms: Twitter, Discord, Telegram, and of course, subscribe to us on YouTube as well. We thank you all for watching and listening, and stay tuned for more from Stack Cash.
Stack some cash, we gon' stack some cash, we gon' pump our bags with that real DeFi money. Get some change you can make, some gains we don't play, no games, our team was born ready. Stack some cash, you gon' stack some cash, you gon' pump.